All right, good morning, everybody. This is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you game 83 of the King of the Hill tournament. Currently, our first place team in the 1963 Los Angeles Dodgers. They're 5-1 with a plus 13 run differential. Then the 35 Pittsburgh Crawfords are in sixth place, second place, 4-1 plus 14 run differential. 38 Yankees are 4-1 plus 11. 32 Yanks are 4-1 plus 4. And the 6 and 9 O's are 4-1 plus 4. The 1975 Cincinnati Reds are the home team. They are current kings of the hill, trying to win their second game. Yesterday they beat the 75 Boston Red Sox. Today they have the 1977 Kansas City Royals, winners of 102 games, 102-60. First place in the AL West. They did lose the AL Championship Series to the Yankees, 3-2. But I'm going to include them in this tournament. I live in Kansas City, and many people think that the 77 Royals are probably the best ever Kansas City Royals team. They had the highest regular season win total. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice. Classic games on our tabletops. All right, here we go. Starting lineups for today's game. Amos Otis will lead off and play center field for the Royals. George Brett at third base. Al Collins in right. Al McRae in left. John Mayberry at first. Frank White at second base. Darrell Porter is the catcher. Freddie Patek's shortstop, and Dennis Leonard is the pitcher, grade B, X and Z modifier. No DH today. We're in the National League ballpark. Pete Rose will lead off for the Cincinnati Reds. Ken Griffey is in right field. Joe Morgan's at second base. Johnny Bench, catcher. Tony Perez at first. George Foster in left field. Cesar Geronimo in center field. Dave Concepcion is the shortstop. And Don Gullett is on the mound. He is a grade A pitcher. Y modifier, 15-4, 1975 with a 2.4 earned run average. All right, we're ready to go. AO steps into the box. Some Kansas City Royals fans are at Riverfront Stadium, and they are chanting AO, AO. 5-5 rule is a 9, but against an A, that A will turn it into an out, a ground out to Davey Concepcion. One down. Here is George Brett. Hit .312 with 22 bombs in 1977. 4-3 is a comebacker back to Gullett. Picks it up and throws to Tony Perez at first, 2 outs. And now Al Collins, probably the best player on the Royals. He drove the bus for Kansas City in 1977. 3-rated outfielder, good defender. And Al Collins was a .312 hitter with 23 homers and 112 RBIs in 77. 51 is an 8 against an A pitcher. That's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Pete Rose is under it and makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down for the Royals. We go to the bottom of the first. No score with Cincinnati coming to bat. All right, baseball's hit king. Pete Rose leads off for the Reds. Fly ball to right field. Caught by Al Collins. 1 out. Here's Ken Griffey Sr. And that's a ground ball to Freddie Patek at shortstop. In the hole, throws across the diamond to John Mayberry for the out. 2 up and 2 down for the Reds. Joe Morgan. Morgan rolls a 4-1, and that's a ground ball to second baseman Frank White, who throws the first. Reds are retired in order. Go to the top of the second, no score. Al McRae, who hit .298 with 21 homers in 77, leads off for Kansas City in the top of the second. 2-6 is a fly ball hit to left field. George Foster moves to his left and makes the catch. Here's Big John Mayberry. Ground ball to second base. Little Joe Morgan's got it. Throws to Perez. 2 outs. And now Frank White. 4-4 roll is an 8 against an 8. That's going to be a pop up to third base. It's been 6 up and 6 down for the Royals. Bottom of the second, no score. Dennis Letter, a native of Brooklyn, New York, won the most games than any right-handed pitcher from 1975 through 1981. He was the Royals' ace in those core years. Johnny Bench leads off for Cincinnati. 3-3 roll by Bench. Johnny Bench hits a line drive over the head of George Brett. It rolls down the line, and Bench will settle in to the second sec with a double. He is in scoring position with nobody out, and Tony Perez, 20 homers, 282 average, comes to the plate. Dennis Leary goes into a stretch. Here's the pitch. And Perez shoots one back to Leonard, who snags it and throws to first, while Johnny Bench goes to third. One out, runner on third. Could be a tight pitching, low-scoring game. The Royals going to play the infield in. Here's a pitch to George Foster. 3-6 is a ball 4. Foster takes first. And the Reds have first and third with one out. Royals will change their defense to a double play type defense. And Cesar Geronimo, 7th place hitter in the lineup, comes to bat. 2-3. Ground ball to Mayberry, who throws the Patek back to first. It is a 3-6-3 double play. Royals defense is fielding column 1. So are the Reds. We go to the top of the third. No score. For the Royals third, they have Porter, Patek, and Leonard, the bottom of the order, scheduled to bat. Here's a pitch to Darrell Porter. 5-5 roll is a pop out to third base. One out. Freddie Patek, 5'4" from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 2-3 is a ground ball to third base. Handled by Pete Rose. A throw across the diamond. 2 outs. Here's the pitcher, Dennis Leonard. 4-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Don Gullett. Bottom of the third, no score. All right, so far, Don Gullett, the Reds, has faced the minimum and retired all 9 Royals. Dennis Leonard has faced 1 over the minimum. He's got Concepcion, Gullett, and then Pete Rose. Here in the bottom of the third, 2-4 is a fly ball to right field, caught by Al Cowens. 1 out. Here's the pitcher, Don Gullett. Not a very strong hitting card here. 6-5 is fouled out to the catcher, Darrell Porter. 2 gone. Here's Pete Rose. Flight out to right, his first time up. 31 is a base hit for Peter Edward Rose. 2 outs, fast runner at first base. Batter's Ken Griffey. 5-4 is a fly out to the right fielder, Al Cowens, and that ends the inning. No runs on a hit. No errors and 1 left. We go to the 4th. It's the Royals nothing and the Reds nothing. All right, one of my absolute favorite all-time Royals is leading off for Kansas City in the 4th. That's Amos Otis, great defender, and could hit well with some pop. 53 is a 17. Fly ball deep to right field. Giving chase back by the track is Griffey, and he makes the catch. Amos Otis making a bid, but comes up short. 1 out. Here is George Brett. 3-6 is a base on balls. First Royals base runner. Brett's on with 1 out. Al Cowens. 5-1 is an 8. Ground ball to Pete Rose at third to throw to first. 2 outs, and Brett goes to second. Here's Hal McRae. 2-1 will end the inning. That's a fly ball to left field. George Foster has it measured and makes the catch. Royals still looking for their first hit, but they did get their first base runner. We go to the top of the 5th inning, no score. Let me take that back. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, no score. Reds get a chance to hit in their half of the inning. And they will start with Joe Morgan, followed by Johnny Bench and Tony Perez in the middle of the big red machine lineup. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Hal McRae is under it and makes the routine catch. 1 out. Joe Morgan hitting the ball the other way. Here is Johnny Bench. 36 is a base on balls. Bench goes to first base. He's on base for the second time. To be with 1 out. Average speed at first. Tony Perez. 5-2 is a 27. Ground ball to Brett at third to Frank White. Over to John Mayberry. That's a inning-ending double play. Takes us now to the 5th inning. No score. All right, we were locked together in a scoreless ball game. Seems like every time Leonard pitched against Mark Fidrich in this 1976, seemed like it was like 1-0 game either way. Here is John Mayberry leading out for the Royals. 56 is a 34. And that's a Y for a strikeout. Mayberry is caught looking for Don Gullett's second strikeout. 1 out, brings up Frank Academy White. 4-5 is a base on balls. A lot of speed on this Royals team, and Frank White is part of that speed. He's on with 1 out, and Darryl Porter. 1-6 is a 28. Ground ball to the shortstop Concepcion. Throws the second to get White. Porter will reach safely at first with a fielder's choice. Now 2 outs, the man on first. Here's Freddie Patek. Patek rolls a 3-6. Popped up on the infield. Pete Rose is taking charge and makes the catch. Royals are still looking for their first hit. We're halfway through. Nothing. All right, Foster, Geronimo, and Concepcion for their half of the 5th inning. 4-1 is a ground ball to the shortstop, Freddie Patek. He's a 9-rated shortstop. Throw to first. Foster is retired. Cesar Geronimo. 3-6 is a base on balls. Third walk surrendered by Dennis Leonard. He has yet to strike out any of the Reds. Fast runner at first with 1 out, and Davey Concepcion is the batter. 2-3 is a 12, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Third double play turned over by the Royals middle infielder. At the top of the 6th. Nothing. Right, pitcher Dennis Leonard will lead off for Kansas City in the 6th inning of the scoreless game. And he lifts a fly ball to right field. Ken Griffey is under it and makes the grab. Takes us to the top of the order, and Amos Otis with George Brett on deck. Mobile, Alabama has produced a few Major League ball players like Willie Mays. Maybe Henry Aaron. Aaron, I know, is from Alabama. I'm not sure. Mobile. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base, fielded by Joe Morgan. The throw to Tony Perez at first. 2 gone. Base is clear. Here's George Brett. 0 for 1. Ground out to the pitcher and walked. 5-6 is a pop-up or Y. That's a strikeout. Brett caught looking. Third strikeout for Don Gullett. Royals are retired in order in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th, Kansas City nothing. Cincinnati nothing. Our pitcher Don Gullett leads off for Cincinnati. 4-3 is a ground ball back to Dennis Leonard. Throws to Mayberry at first. 1 out. Here's Pete Rose. Rose is 1 for 2. There have only been 2 hits in this game. Rose has 1 and Johnny Bench the other. 21 is going to be a fly ball to Amos Otis in center field. Picks it out of the sky for the second out. Now Ken Griffey. 2-3 is a ground ball to first base, picked up by Mayberry, taken unassisted. 3 outs. Go to the 7th. No score. Right in the middle of the Kansas City order, Cowens, McRae, and Mayberry due up in the top of the 7th inning against Don Gullett. He has been very effective today. Here's the pitch to Al Cowens, ground ball to the shortstop. Concepcion scoops and throws the first. Just nips the speedy Al Cowens, 1 down. Here is Hal McRae from Avon Park, Florida, very aggressive ball player. 6-4 is a 40. Foul ball for strike 1. .31 is a 9 against an A. That's a ground out to the shortstop. Rinse and repeat. 2 outs. Here's Big John Mayberry. His son played high school ball at Rockhurst, same time my son was playing high school baseball at Southern Academy. 6-1 is a 22. Ground out to the first baseman, Tony Perez, who flips to the pitcher Gullett covering. 3 groundouts, and the Royals retired in the 7th. 7th inning stretch time. We've got a no-hitter alert going on. Kansas City's looking for their first hit. Morgan, Bench, and Perez due to hit in the last of the 7th inning. 3-6 to Morgan is a 33. That's a pop-up on the infield. Frank Academy Wright is under it and makes the catch. 1 gone. Johnny Bench. 1-5 is a base hit. Line drive to center field. Clean hit for Johnny Bench. He's 2 for 2. A single, a double, and a walk. He's the first with 1 out. That is the first mark against Dennis Leonard's fatigue. 2 more. His grade will go down 1 level. Tony Perez rolls a 5-5. Slow water to third base. Brett picks it up. Skips and throws the first. 5-3, while Johnny Bench goes to second. 2 outs. Here is George Foster. Bench in scoring position. If he scores, he'd be the game's first run. 2-1 is a fly ball to left field. That's going to get Leonard out of trouble. Caught by Hal McRae. No runs on a hit. 1 left. Top of the 8th inning. 0-0. All right, Don Gullett is 6 outs from Glory. Frank White will lead off for Kansas City. He is a .245 hitter. He's usually about a .270 hitter, but dipped a bit in 1977. 2-1 is going to be an out. That's a fly ball to left field. Foster has it measured. 1 down, 5 outs to go for Don Gullett. And his no-hitter, catcher Darrell Porter. 4-1 is a ground ball to shortstop. Davey Concepcion throws to Tony Perez. Porter's out at first. 4 outs to go. Here's Freddie Potek. Not an easy out, 262, 5'4", a lot of speed. 4-2 is a 39. Strike 1. Don Gullett has allowed no hits, but he has only struck out 3 Royals in this game and walked 2. 1 strike pitch to Potek. 36 is strike 3, caught looking. 3 up and 3 down for the Royals. The no-hitter is intact. Kansas City 0, Cincinnati 0. right, Dennis Leonard with 1 mark against his fatigue will have the bottom of the Cincinnati lineup. Geronimo, Concepcion, and Gullet in the last of the 8th inning. 5-1 is a base hit by Cesar Geronimo, single over the head of Freddie Patek at shortstop. So Geronimo's at first. No outs. Here's Concepcion. 1-3 is a 14. 2 balls and no strikes. Leonard into the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-6 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Concepcion strikes out. And that's the first strikeout recorded by Dennis Leonard. He's got 2 marks against his fatigue. 1 more, his grade goes down. Here's the pitcher, Don Gullet. 4-1 is a 6-4-3 double play. Probably should have sacrificed there. At any rate, we go to the 9th. Royals 9, Reds 9. Don Gullet is 3 outs away from a no-hitter. All right, Dennis Leonard has been overshadowed by Don Gullet, but we have a double shutout going here. No score on either side. Top of the 9th, there will be a pitch hitter for Dennis Leonard, who's due to bat first. Joe Zeb, 297 hitter for the Royals, will pitch hit for Dennis Leonard, be followed by Amos Otis and George Brett. Don Gullet is 3 outs away from a no-no. Here's the pitch to Joe Zeb. 32 is a ground ball to Joe Morgan at second base. The throw to first, 1 out. All right, here is Amos Otis. 6'5" is popped up behind home plate. Caught by Johnny Bench. 2 outs. All right, last chance for the Royals to break up this last chance no-hitter is George Brett. 22 homers, 13 triples, and 32 doubles, 312 average in 1977. Don Gullet goes into the windup. Here's his pitch to George Brett. 1-6 is hit on the ground. Davey Concepcion has it, throws to first. 3 outs. Once again, 3 up and 3 down. Don Gullet has a no-hitter going through 9. Unfortunately, the Reds have not scored. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 0-0. All right, crafty left-hander and physical fitness specimen Larry Gura from Joliet, Illinois, will come on to pitch for Kansas City in the bottom of the 9th inning. He will be using his starting pitching rating, which is grade C, with a Z modifier. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose. 3-5 is a 9 against the C. It's going to be popped up on the infield. George Brett's under it and makes the catch. Reds have 1 out in the 9th. There's Ken Griffey. 5-2 is a ground ball to Brett. Scoops, throws the first. 2 outs. 1 out from extra innings of a scoreless game. Here is Joe Morgan. Morgan rolls a 2-4, and that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Larry Gura retires the Reds in order in the 9th. We go to the 10th in a scoreless game. All right, I make a notation on my score sheet. Gullet no-hitter through 9. I don't believe Sparky Anderson would run him out for the 10th inning. Raleigh Eastwick is a new Cincinnati pitcher. He is a grade B pitcher. And XZ control modifier. Middle of the Royals order, Cowens, McRae, and Mayberry. Here's a hit in the 10th. Here's the pitch to Al Cowens. That's a fly ball to center field. Caught by Cesar Geronimo. That has been his first chance in the game. 1 out. Royals have hardly hit anything out of the infield. Here's Hal McRae. 6-6 roll for McRae. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. The Royals take a 1-0 lead over the Reds. Holy cow, no hit through 9 1/3 innings. Hal McRae breaks it up. Wipes out the no-hitter and also the shutout. John Mayberry rolls a 6-6. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. Back-to-back blast. by the Royals, and they take a 2-0 lead as Big John Mayberry circles the bases. And that does it for Eastwick. 1/3 of an inning, 2 home runs. Reds will bring in a new reliever. That's Clay Carroll. He is right-handed to pitch to Frank White, who's also right-handed, so he'll be a grade A pitcher for 1 batter only with the Z modifier. 5-6 is a 34, and that's a pop-up on the infield taken by the shortstop Davey Concepcion. 2 outs. Darrell Porter. Porter rolls a 5-3, and that's going to be kicked by Concepcion. E6. Porter's at first with 2 outs. Freddie Patek. 4-6 to Patek is a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the inning for the Royals, but they get 2 hits, the only 2 hits of the game. They both go yard, home runs by McRae and Mayberry. Royals 2, Reds nothing. Mark Country Littell will be brought in to pitch for Kansas City. He'll be using his relief rating, that's a C with the asterisk. And he's also X and Y strikeout pitcher from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, 6'3", 210 pounds. Has Johnny Bench, Tony Perez, and George Foster to deal with to see if he can nail down this victory for Kansas City. Here it's pitch to Johnny Bench, 3-3 roll. That's going to be a line drive over the head of John Mayberry down the right field line, and a leadoff double for Johnny Bench, who has been on base all 4 times. 2 doubles, a single, and a walk. That gets the tying run to the plate for Cincinnati in Tony Perez. Perez rolls a 5-4 fly ball to right field. Not deep enough to advance Bish to third. It's caught by Al Cowens for the first out. 1 gone, runner on second, and George Foster comes to bat. There's a hit column roll for George Foster. 1-6 is a double, run scoring double, scoring Johnny Bench. Reds cut the lead in half. It's Kansas City 2 and Cincinnati 1. All right, Country Littell has not been a mystery to Cincinnati. We had 2 doubles and a deep fly ball out to right field. Timeout. All right, manager Whitey Herzog will go to the bullpen and bring in Steve Mangori. Somehow he is not included in that set. He's a grade B reliever with a R and Z modifiers. Got a runner on second with 1 out. Mangori was 2-4 in 1977 with 3.0 earned run average and 4 saves, 64 innings. Cesar Geronimo, representing the go-ahead run, steps into the box here as a pitch to Geronimo. 6-4 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 gone. It's going to be up to Davey Concepcion, 8th place hitter, 274. Here's the pitch from Mangori to Concepcion, 5-3 is an 18. Hot shot to Patek on the ground. They got the base runner at second. Geronimo, or Foster, caught off base. He's in the hot box and he'll be tagged out. Score at 6-5. That's the final out. The Reds get 1 run on 2 hits, but they come up short in the 10th. Kansas City 2 and Cincinnati 1. We'll be back with the line score. All right, Kansas City scored 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. Cincinnati 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. The win goes to Steve Mangori and the loss to Raleigh Eastwick. I think the game MVP, though, should go to Don Gullett in a losing cause, pitching 9 no-hit innings. And Sparky Anderson made the decision to take him out in the 10th. And that spelled doom as the Royals hit back-to-back home runs in the 10th by McRae and Mayberry. Thanks for watching. Our next game will be the 1978 Boston Red Sox at Kansas City to take on the 77 Royals in this King of the Hill tournament. There's a few great teams in 76, 77, but I kind of need to hold it to about one team a year as we try to wrap up this King of the Hill tournament before football season, and I have missed a few days. Actually, may miss a few more days. My son was on vacation in Colorado, camping in the mountains, with his pickup truck broke down, needs a computer board, which there are none of in the state of Colorado, and he's shipping it off to get it fixed in Florida somewhere. And he's also got an RV, which he needs to take care of and have it stored until he gets the pickup fixed. So I'm going to drive out there and pick him up so he can be back to work on time off his vacation. It's all fun and games over here. It's been quite a week. So we may miss a game, we might miss 1 or 2 or 3 days. Looks like I'll not be going out there to get him though until probably the weekend. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day and may God bless.